Alright, so it's what, March 20th here in Jersey Shore, which is not supposed to get this much snow, but it's snowing a little bit. Nothing's accumulating. There's the good old CT120, and as expected, the plow was able to keep up to about the last storm, which is, I guess, God, what was it, like March 7th? And then it broke at the welds here. It cracked. Here's the best example. Let's see if you can see that. Yeah, so it cracked and, you know, it warped pretty good. But, you know, winter isn't over, you know, and we might get 5 inches still. So I threw on a piece of angle just to strengthen everything, make everything a little more rigid. And I'm gonna hope this thing holds for one more storm, and cross my fingers that it gets the job done. Now next year, what I'm probably gonna do is, I can't use this plate as it is, so I'll probably cut from here down and just keep the brackets, and then get something, some kind of tube with like maybe like half-inch thickness, half-inch thick tube, and weld some braces across the 2 brackets, and then mount the plow to that, go all the way across this plate here with the brackets, and then mount the plow onto that, onto the half-inch tube, and hope that holds up better than this thing did. But not bad. I mean, $100. I paid $200 for the plow. I paid $100 for the plate. I glued it together with a Harbor Freight welder, and I think we did probably what, like 2.5 feet worth of snow this year before it broke. So, and surprisingly enough, it wasn't the welds that broke; it was the actual steel, I guess, from all the bending. But now I finally got my Eastwood 175 MIG actual MIG welder. I'm running it off of this generator, which is, I believe, 7,500 watt, and I guess it welds good. It works. It hasn't tripped the breaker. It hasn't tripped the breaker yet. Funny enough, the plasma cutter trips the breaker every time, and that's a 30 amp circuit, I believe. And this is supposed to be a dual voltage machine, and I mean, it just pops that. I tried it on the wall, this force cut 40D. I tried it into my regular outlets in the garage here. I shut everything off. I ran the compressor off of the generator, and I mean, it's like I got an inch of cut before it tripped the breaker. So I know it's a dual voltage machine, but don't even think you're gonna get anything done, I think, off of that 110 or 120 volt outlet. It's just, you're not gonna get anywhere. And like I said, and this thing here is a what do you call it, 240. I don't know where it was, the breaker, but I think it's 30 amps is what I get out of this thing. And this thing will trip. This is what I have the dial set at here. It's like 20, about 20 amps. And I mean, I hear that generator struggle when I actually get that arc going. And I mean, I'm afraid that that's going to put more, the plasma cutter is going to put more of a burden on the generator than the MIG. Because I mean, I welded the MIG and I don't even hear a change in the generator at all. And you know, and here we go. I made up an adapter plug because this came with that 240 plug. So I changed it over to that to the other 30 amp plug instead of the 50 amp plug. And you know, I've been welding like crazy with this thing. It's been holding up great. You know, these welds, I mean, that is some serious metal. Look at that gap, and I was able to straddle the gap. I mean, this is not like this is a I hope I get through the day job. So, but look at those welds. It's like minimal effort. Do the other ones. Here we go. So look at that gap over here. Look at that gap. So I'm hoping this is enough to get me through the day. And well, I hope this helps anybody out. You know, I mean, I know I learn more from my failures than I do from my successes. So you know, if anybody out there thinks they can pull this off, now they know they can probably do it, but not for very long. And where the weak points are and what they need to fortify. I hope it helps somebody.